All right, guys. Good morning, everybody. Today is September 16. I had a really, really bad day. One of the worst days that I had in a while. And yeah, well, I'm going to share with you what happened today. So yeah, I mean, INDP was a stock that at the open I had a really really nice 1 minute open range breakup. I mean, this was the stock that was gapping up yesterday, had a really nice run up all the way up to 28, 29, and then sold off. But at the open was gapping up, was above the VWAP, opened the strong, popped up strong from 13 all the way up to 14, and the pullback I went long for a 1 minute open range breakup and got a really nice run from 14 all the way up to 15 with a good profit, and I got to stop that at the break even.
Scott, yeah, thanks. I hope you enjoy.
And yeah, so it did drop from the 15 really hard. And this is what we call it, the technical damage. Brian has this term that I really like, that there's a technical damage that happens with this stock. So, you know, it really collapsed at 15. As you see, the high of the day is exactly at 15. And let me actually do the screen sharing as well. Sorry about this. Yeah. So it was exactly at the 15. That looks like a big wall sitting here. Just touched the 15 and sold off. So in the first time. So this is what Brian calls a technical damage. Why? It means that now that it has lost such a huge drop from 15 to $13, every next move up, you got to be really, really, really careful. Every next move up, you got to be very, very careful, because there is already a technical damage has happened. And technical damage, it means that the pattern is already broke really hard, that it's hard to put the pieces back. So it did hold the VWAP, and I decided to take another trade on it, and I went long at 1380. Popped up, I sold some, but I really liked the move and the volume that came in for the break of 15. Unfortunately, I added a little bit too much on that. And you know, I should have remembered that there is a big sell-off that happened here in the minute number 3, and that's called the technical damage, so to speak. So, you know, that turned out to be something that I didn't pay attention. Took a big size, and then from 1490, huge drop, and I had to get stopped out on it. So that was a really really big stop loss on that. And yeah, so almost $20,000, $25,000 loss on that, and you know, it's just you know, I couldn't recover. So what I could do is I could just keep adding, and then maybe in the next pop I get out. But usually in these kind of things, you know, when your technical level has broken, like VWAP here, you just have to get out. Otherwise, you know, it keeps going down. And in this particular case, it did drop down all the way up to 1180. It did bounce back, and I tried to catch a couple of bounce on it. Actually, I have another loss on it as well here. I tried to catch it, but it was so hard. You know, the volume was gone, and just it was really really choppy. Did go for the 15 one more time here, so that if that's the 15, so it did go for 15 here one more time. Tried to go, couldn't, and eventually, as you see, it just collapsed. And you know, it was really good for 1 minute open range breakout, but it turned out to be real. I should have known better. Do I blame myself here? Yes, because for the second trade, I really should have added so much. I mean, I went at 1380, went all the way up to 1480. I could have scaled out, but I really shouldn't have added so much of a size for the break of 15. It's became one of those YOLO trades. And yeah, so that was pretty much it, like $25,000 loss on it, horrible. AMC, I tried to catch a breakout from red to green. You know, tried a couple of times, got out, and then stopped out. So I think I traded 3 times. So stopped out. It was really choppy day. Eventually we got something out of it, and I made some money out of it, but it wasn't really a good day for AMC. And let's see what it does tomorrow. So that was my horrible day. And yeah, so as you see, unfortunately here, I just have, you know, this loss. I could never really recover that. I was up like a couple of grand at the open. It's just getting it bigger and bigger and bigger. It was just, I got to be really more careful on that. So Brian, how was your day? What did you trade?
Oh, I just had I had a DOS account problem, and so I wasn't really trading much at the open today. The only thing that really worked out for me was I had some AFRM swing trade from yesterday. Other than that, there was a few trades that I didn't make any money on. So yeah, when you have problems in the morning, it kind of screws up your whole mental state. So I was kind of overall, it was just kind of screwed up a little bit.
Yeah, it was not a
So
great
I
day.
did.
So sometimes when you're having a problem with your computer or setup or waking up late, you got to be really careful because you're just mentally not ready. The moves are already happening and you're trying to figure out and you have the big FOMO. So you got to be really, really careful on that.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, that was it,
Regardless.
guys. Unfortunately, today was a bad day, but generally we are really having good days in the market these days. Yesterday I had a really good day, but I just gave all the profit back. So yeah, feel free to join us, guys. We have the mentorship session today, and this afternoon we have it with Thor. Thor did a really nice trade on Apple and Baba, and he's gonna explain that in his time. And hopefully we'll see you in our community, guys. If not, just tomorrow morning in the pre-market show. Cheers.
Yeah.